Breakdancing is generally known as a hip-hop dance style, and thanks to the International Olympic Committee, breakers will get a chance to compete for Olympic medals as Olympians at the 2024 Olympics. The sport of breakdancing is a pioneer in the world of dancing, as this might open up opportunities for other dance forms to become Olympic sports in the future.
In the past, like when you look at like b-boys or b-girls, breakers, it just looks like a bunch of people just rolling around on the floor, messing up the sneakers, tearing up the clothes, coming home all in pain, a lot don't even get paid for what they're doing. But now you have a platform like the Olympics, where you as a parent can actually try and support like full out and have your kid go out and represent South Africa and bring gold back home.
The sport of breakdancing is also not the most expensive to get into, with minimal amounts of being spent on equipment for those who have an interest in the sport.
To be honest, I don't think you need a lot of money to do breaking when you're starting. For me, example, I started training in my house, move all the furniture, train there. I didn't have access to a gym, so I just started with what I had. Start with what you have.
Breakdancing has travelled a long journey, and on the 15th year anniversary of the Red Bull BC1 competition in this country, it makes sense to hear from a cultural icon as he talks about how breaking is a mixture of many elements.
So I think there's a natural, if you want to call it, pollination that can take place. And if you look at hip-hop culture, and one of the elements called the art of breaking, or as it's known to the layman and woman, it's called breakdancing. That in itself is now becoming recognized as an Olympic sport as well. So the transition and the progress and the foundations have been laid right now. And if you look at what these athletes are doing, or the dancers are doing, they have been influenced by sport as well. Martial arts have a very, very strong role within breakdancing or breaking, as well as gymnastics. There's a move called the flare. It was known as the Thomas flare that these guys have done, and that helped to revolutionize and also create the evolution in breaking, in dancing as well. And the flare was actually created by a gymnast called Thomas Flare back in the day. So there's the connections and there's the relationship.
Breaking has become such a competitive sport as athletes travel the globe in order to not only improve their craft but to compete against the best wherever they might reside. This year's winners will be traveling to New York to represent South Africa at the Red Bull BC1 World Finals. To get the honor of representing your country requires a lot of hard work and toil, and many bones have been broken along the way.
It takes a lot of strength. I think arm strength, their core needs to be incredibly strong. And so they're working, some of them practicing for 7 hours at a time. So we're having lots of wrist sprains that we have to look at today. We had a lot of neck injuries that we had to look at. We're thinking there might be an elbow fracture too. And as you can see, the twisting, the handstands, the transference from hands to feet in those split seconds to make them look so good. So I think they really put their bodies on the line. I'm usually a rugby physio, but I've really been challenged today in watching these dancers do amazing things.
In a world where growth is measured by accolades, longevity and reach are also part of growth. And may the sport of breaking reach even more talented dancers in the future, who, in keeping with the sacred spirit of the Olympics of competing, dancers can now fly our national flag at the biggest platforms, starting with the Olympics in 2024. For SABC News, this is Tandem Gold.